everybody? Case the Producer here from Q101. You know, every Monday on this YouTube channel, I interview an emerging artist that you should know about. Sometimes it's a band like High Vis, sometimes it's a band like Drain, but this one is extra special because we got to bring in Militarie Gun into the Q101 studios. Not only did I interview them for a Case 4, which you're just about to watch, but they also played an intimate acoustic performance for our audience. So check out my interview with them now, and then click on over and watch them perform acoustic songs, including Do It Faster, right here on the Q101 YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present a Case 4 Militarie Gun.
Here we go. Like I said, I'm Case the Producer from Brian and Kinsey in the morning in Q101, and I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's bring out Militarie Gun!
How's it going?
What's up, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. You guys play a lot of shows. How are you doing? You've been on the road for about a month now.
We're tired.
I know. It's okay. Where'd you wake up this morning?
Well, I woke up on the floor of the hotel room, but then I woke up again on the floor of the van like 45 minutes ago.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being awake. Thank you for being present. Is this the biggest show of the tour? Is that right?
This is the biggest show we've ever done that is our own tonight.
Awesome. That's
well,
awesome.
This one right now. I don't know. We don't have that many fans, you know.
Question that pertains to myself, because I'll be there tonight, but also I saw a bunch of people asking on Twitter, are we getting barricades tonight or no barricades?
I believe there's a barricade. Chicago, you know, is a city that is like nobody legally is allowed to not have a barricade anymore.
Huh. All right. Well, we'll see if we can change that. Maybe we break down the barricade tonight. But
I doubt it.
It is a barricade for a reason. Well, I'm so excited you guys are here because for me personally, I've been at every single one of the Chicago shows you guys have played from October of 2021 downstairs at Sub T to October of 2023 with Scal upstairs at Sub T. I'm curious, because you've obviously been at all of the shows, if you have a favorite Chicago show.
Ooh, that's difficult. Were you at the outdoor festival?
That's the one I wasn't at. I was at the after show, though.
He said all of them.
Oh, my God, you called my bluff so early.
The after show, whatever the after show for that was probably
yes, it was you favorite. You guys in Chicago's best band Lurk at the Empty Bottle that night.
Yes, love Lurk.
Yeah, that was a good one. I got kicked in the head really hard during your guys' set. It kind of bummed me out.
Hell yeah.
You guys, this is your first big headlining tour. All the other times I've seen you, you've been direct support. I'm curious, when you've got a room full of, let's be honest, rabid Militarie Gun fans, do you approach that differently than when you're opening up for somebody?
Yeah, when we're opening for somebody else, it's like we have to just do the hits, you know? And we get to do our own set, and we get to pace it out and kind of take different journeys within the set, and like sequencing is one of my favorite things. So when it came to like us making this set list for the tour, it was like, you know, we're gonna start with these songs that, you know, like deeper cut from the album, but still one that is energetic, and then like a couple others, and then Pressure Cooker, and then it's like some real deep cuts from the album, then the old shit, and then like a really not popular song. We get to do some fun stuff.
What's the one that doesn't make people pop off? Because we can make sure Chicago pops off tonight.
No, we intentionally sequence it so that there's songs not to pop off to. So it's like a rest.
Okay, I appreciate that.
It's like go crazy and then chill out.
I appreciate that. As somebody woefully out of shape, that really means a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We know that most of our fans are.
How did it come about that you guys are going to do the Blur cover on this tour song too?
Well, we just been dreaming about doing it for a long time, honestly. We were like, I don't know. But as time's gone on, we realize people are bringing others to the shows that have no clue what a Militarie Gun song is. You know, like a lot of people come like, my friend brought me here, and I'll check you guys out now. And so we want to do a song that just like literally everybody knows. And so it's fun because literally everyone knows it, but then you realize nobody knows the lyrics, which is a really fun part of that song.
Well, we know the woohoo. That's really all
exactly.
That, yeah.
But you watch every night as people go woo, and then they're like, and then a lot of this, just like complete nonsense mouth movements.
You guys opened up for Limp Bizkit. I'm so curious because when I think back on it, you were still pretty new at that point. How did you enter the Fred Durst universe?
I asked Fred that question, and he said, "You guys just got a serious buzz about you guys." That was the answer.
That's
a
the
very
greatest
industry
compliment.
answer. That was a very cool experience though, because like a lot of this has been really crazy because there's like a lot of my early music fandom has been like touched upon, and like Jacoby Shaddix followed us, and I like sent him a DM. I was like, "Yo," and it was cool. I don't know. I like it. It's cool. But we showed up. We were like on stage. I have a really cool photo of Will in front of their like big blow up like stage piece with the Limp Bizkit drum behind him, and it was just like, this is crazy. And then we like watched them sound check, and then Fred gets off stage and he goes, "Where's Militarie Gun?" as I'm standing right behind him. And I'm like, Mr. Fred, right here. And you're just like, I don't know, they're really kind to us. They're really nice for really no reason. Like why we were there at all, I don't understand. We did 3 shows, so it was like pretty low stakes for us. But.
There's a pretty famous video going around of Fred popping out while you guys were on stage. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I still to this day have no clue why that happened. Fred got on stage with us for a song called "Kept Talking," which is the first song we ever wrote as a band. So it's a pretty crazy concept. The first song I ever wrote, like Fred Durst came out on stage for,
and is down with it. He's like, "This is
good."
Yeah,
he was like. At the audience, it's pointing at him, and yeah, I don't know. I think he thought I was motioning for like Emma from Dying Wish was supposed to come sing a part of the song, and I was like, and she was like, no,
didn't want any part of it.
And then all of a sudden, Fred Durst showed up, so I was like, okay,
that's wonderful.
It's a reasonable trade-off.
Obviously, opening for Limp Bizkit, one of the crazy things you guys have done. We just passed the 1-year release of Do It Faster. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
You guys have done a lot of great things, released a lot of great music, played a lot of cool shows. What is the impact that song specifically has had on your life?
I mean, it changed everything. Like, we sat on the record for so long. Like that song was demoed before we ever played a show as a band.
You wrote the entire Life Under the Gun record before you played a show, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
like
insane.
Our first tour started with our 3rd ever show. So we listened to the demos for the record the entire tour, thinking about like what we wanted to do with the record, and we were recording it the next month after we got home. So I don't know. We sat on the songs for so long because we thought that they were worth waiting for, and Do It Faster being the motto, it was like we knew not to in that case. We held on to it instead of just rushing it out into the public when we knew we didn't have the audience to receive it yet. So it was like, let's keep touring, let's keep grinding, and find a way to have an audience to hear it, that then it could hopefully go bigger. So, just now, Do It Faster gets bigger all the time, and it's a very crazy thing to witness. Because we're not doing anything different. We're just like in the van being like, oh, shit.
Well, elephant in the room, we have to talk about it. I'm sitting in my home, Christmas Day, watching football with my father, and all of a sudden, I hear a very familiar tone, and I think my phone has gone off. If anything, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, oh, maybe Spotify opened, I didn't realize it. And then I realize it's Do It Faster on a Taco Bell commercial. How did that come about, and did you guys know that it was going to air all across America on Christmas Day?
Yes, I did know.
That's awesome.
We knew, and we kept trying to just be like, it's a weird situation. Commercials annoy people, rightfully so.
I work in radio, I understand.
Yeah, and so you're like, it's this funny experiment of like, wow, look how many people we're forcing to hear the song. And then you're also like, so many people are going to be so pissed by the 5th or 6th time they hear this. And I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing to interact with. It's not very like real. It's like it kind of is. It's very disconnected from what we actually do as a band. So it's like we're appreciative. It's fun to be like to surprise all of our friends, like not tell any of our friends, and then they're watching football and be like, "What?" And I like that element.
Of course. Well, with that in mind, I think the entirety of your guys' existence, your band has been viewed through the lens of hardcore expanding. And 2021, when you put out the 2 EPs, it's the year of Glow On. It's the year that Fiddlehead puts out their really accessible record. And so I think you guys have been lumped into this group. It seems like within hardcore specifically, there's perhaps a conscious effort for things to be heavier and maybe a little less inclusive of melodic bands right now. Do you feel at all within hardcore that maybe they're going, Military Gun, something different now? Maybe.
Oh, I've been saying that the whole time.
Yeah, is that right?
I mean, my original thing with calling Military Gun a hardcore band was to piss people off. The problem was that Turnstile happened immediately after the band started.
as you guys were happening.
Yeah, so it was like, oh no, we're like trapped now. You know, like it became every piece of press was about, oh, what's the modern hardcore scene and all this stuff. And really, it's just more annoying than anything. And I'm like, I wish I would have just kept my damn mouth shut, and then I wouldn't have to answer this question in every interview. You know, but it's great because I know we're still pissing people off. If we ever run a targeted ad, I see the comments like, this isn't fucking hardcore.
Well, I know somebody that was at FYA in Florida, which for those that don't know, FYA is like a really big hardcore fest down there that starts the year off. And all I heard back was, fest was fun. Military Gun's kind of soft. Kind of soft.
It's as if that's a revelation.
I know, right?
Only band at that festival playing major sevens. So, I don't know.
In relation to that, and I hope you understand what I mean when I say this, you're really into singing right now. And I would say early Military Gun records, more of a growl than a sing. But you have the Life Under the Sun EP that's beautiful. You're singing, you're using your voice. Are you taking singing lessons? How did that come about that you are really dipping your toe into even a more melodic sound than when the band first started?
I feel like you're setting me up for failure for rest of this experience. Where they're going to be like, oh, he's pretty good at singing, I'm hearing. And then everyone witnesses what happens and is disappointed. I had some vocal problems for a while, and I started going to a vocal coach, multiple vocal coaches. I ended up at Ariana Grande's vocal coach.
Is that right?
His house.
Yeah, that's a flex.
Ran into Steve Carell there. Very funny Hollywood bullshit. Also, I don't know if I should probably not cuss on this.
It'd be ideal, but you're already 4 deep, so it's okay.
The counter in the head, I respect it. But yeah, I mean, I was having problems, and so we had to fix it because my voice was going out, and so I was trying to figure out the process of how to not destroy my instrument. And as a singer, like, what you eat in the day affects your performance. Like, you are your instrument, so there's no way around like treating yourself poorly and then getting a good result. So luckily, I think I found the right balance of treating myself poorly and still being able to sing. But yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of work, and we just work on this a lot. We practice a lot. We write a lot, and that's where the progress comes in of trying the voice in a new way. And that's why we did Life Under the Sun, was like, to do acoustic stuff and me just be here yelling my head off. I know it worked really well for Kurt Cobain. I don't think it would be so appealing when I do it. So I was like, all right, let me figure out how to sing these songs in a new way.
I'll let you use that beautiful voice in just a second. I have 2 more questions for you. With that in mind, this is a band that tries really hard, and I really respect that. I see you guys hustling.
Try hard.
I see you guys making TikToks. I love it. But do you ever, 1, fear failure, or 2, fear being corny, which is far worse than failing?
No, being corny is sick.
Good.
Being corny is cool as hell. I spent a huge part of my life really concerned with what was cool, and it didn't serve me well. I didn't make good art during that period. Everyone who I looked up to that I thought was cool didn't make anything that ever impacted the world because they were so intent on putting a filter in front of them, between them and the audience, and never actually truly expressing themselves. So Military Gun has been about achieving a creative freedom away from the concept of cool. I like things that I think are cool, but that doesn't mean that you think it's cool. And so, like, the playlist at our shows is everything from Nirvana, Modest Mouse, Sun Kill Moon. Like, it could be anything that we think is cool and that is in our realm of inspiration. So running that all through my own filter, I hope it's cool, but if it's not, but it's what I like, then I don't care.
For sure, for sure. Well, final question before you guys play. Like I said, you've been on tour for about a month now. I'm just so curious. What are you guys listening to in the van from city to city?
Not allowed to legally answer this one. Everyone in my band would kill me. Been listening to the Chisel record.
Yeah,
lately.
that's good. That's good. They're here in May at the Cobra Lounge. That's good stuff.
A record called Vultures occasionally. From there, I don't know. What, Waylon?
Just silence.
Silence. That's
Waylon,
good.
Waylon does silence, yeah, when he drives.
That's the sign of a serial killer, just so you know. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, Military Gun.
Yeah.